Hey everyone. I was talking with Crielle and Candace yesterday, and I started talking about the MBTI, which is the Myers Briggs Type Inventory. And I remember talking about that, oh gosh, a long time ago with Kim and G Man, and I was curious about it and curious what a bunch of us are. And I think I told G-Man that I'd like to make a video about that, and that was a long time ago, and I forgot. So here I am doing it now, trying to remember or all the stuff that I thought about, because especially when I was talking to Candy and Creole, I was trying to explain to them about it, and they seemed to be like me. Georgie, there he is. Um, and I'm thinking, I really need to direct people to go find an online test. There's lots of them. George. There's lots of them, so I don't have a favorite. You can take it a couple of times if you want. It's usually better if they give you not a yes or a no. If they give you like 1 through 5, which however you are, because yes or no questions can be kind of tough. But it's kind of interesting to find out what your personality type is. So for me, I'm an INFP, and that means I'm introverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. The opposite of that is ESTJ, which is extroverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. And doesn't mean you're judgmental. It's just the word. So there he goes again. There's that little George waddling out. He's kind of a chonk. Anyways, so I would encourage, or I would invite anybody who wants to go find an online test or 3 and take it and see how you come out. You can look at the descriptions of who you are, and if it doesn't really fit, there's something that they call the cognitive functions, and you can look that up to see if those functions meet your preferences. And it's not anything that defines you as a person or whatever. It's just kind of a self-discovery kind of thing. Sometimes it helps people think about what job they want to have, what they're more suited to. So it's just more of a self-discovery thing, which is kind of fun and interesting. And my particular type likes all these weird introspective tests. So I'm in a group on Facebook about INFPs, and we sit and talk about stuff that we tend to like or don't like. And it's kind of fun and interesting. You start feeling a little bit more like someone who's not so weird, because I think INFPs are somewhat rare. In America, of course, the favored type is my opposite, which is the ESTJ, and I'm just like this weird, nerdy, whatever person. So yeah, it was really nice to find other people who were like me, and so I felt a little more normal. I remember when I talked about it a while back, Shireen said she's an INFJ, which is the most rare. And especially if you're an INFJ male, that's very, very rare. So it's kind of interesting to know these things. And secondly, if you're still curious and you like all these funny little tests, you can go find what is called the Enneagram, and there's 9 types with wings. I'm a 9 with a wing 1, and very close, I think it was a 4 wing 5 or a 5 wing 4. But a lot of INFPs are those 2. So that tends to be. And there's the big 5 too, and that's another interesting one. So if you're inclined and you're kind of curious about a little bit of self-discovery, because that's really all it is. You don't get, I mean, you can label yourself if you want, but it's really just it's a sliding scale of stuff either way. So it's not like all INFPs are exactly the same, because we're not, because you can be up and down on the scale of all of those 4 criteria. So it's really, I think it's an interesting thing. I'm just nerdy curious about stuff like that, and especially if I get stuck in the house like I am. I do like to do these weird online tests, which is most of them are useless. Like what potato chip are you? So if you're looking for something, there's Georgie being sassy, George. So if you're more interested in something that's you can kind of do a little self discovery, the Myers Briggs type inventory. Carl Jung did it years ago, but it's kind of interesting, and I'd be interested to know what you guys are. And you can put it in the comments. You can make your own video, whatever makes you happy. So yeah, and when I looked up the INFP, it was like, oh yeah, I do that. Ooh, I like that better. George, look at that little monster. Oh, he's gonna sit. I can hear a plane going over. I don't know if you can, but there you go. See what you are. Put it in the comments, and it might make for an interesting conversation. Or if all this stuff is like, I really don't give a rat's ass, okay, well, coolness enough. So there you go. And there's my little thing there, and I can see Georgie. So I'll say, happy self-searching if you're inclined to do it. See you later.